folks, welcome back to the workshop. What I'm doing today is just turning up some blocks of wood that I glued together. They're offcuts of bits of other jobs. I've machined them down so I could get them glued up. I'll show you what I've got in a second. The intention is to try and make some sort of liquid holding vessel out of them, whether it's a vase or a decanter type thing or what, I don't know. So I've just stuck a load of bits of wood together to see what I could come up with. I'll show you what I've got.
Okay, what is going on here is this is cherry. There's a strip of maple going through there, and a bit more cherry, a bit more maple, cherry. That is actually a strip of clear perspex, making up a gap. Maple, cherry, maple, cherry, spotted maple, no, spotted cherry, sorry. So that's what we've got. And as you can see from the end, it's all a bit iffy, so whether it will hang together while I'm turning it and hollowing out, I don't know. But we'll give it a go and see what happens. I think first thing on the list is turn it to a cylinder and we'll see what we've got then. It's between centres, and I'm going to start it off about 700. Right, that's relatively cylindrical. All I've got to do is decide what I'm going to do with it. Right, that's one bit there, which has all been turned circular. What I'm going to do, that's going to be the body of whatever it is I'm doing, and that'll be cut in half. And what I've got now is these bits of mahogany, bits of maple. And what I've done with the bit of maple is split it down the middle at 45 degrees and inserted a mahogany, that's a 90-degree corner piece. So that's one way and that's the other. And on the top is a bit of, I think it's Douglas fir, and I've got two bits like that one and that one. There is a mistake on that one, but never mind. Right, I've done a load of turning and not a lot of videoing, so I'll bring you up to speed of what I've done. I'm still not quite sure what it's going to be. I'm not particularly happy with it, but I shall carry on because that's what I'm going to do. There's obviously a screw there, so I've got to dig out a little bit more there, and I'll check whether the screw's in it or not, so I might just have to fill that. I've put tenons on both ends. I've put a score line in the middle because I'm going to make two of whatever it is it's going to be. And that's the next job. I'm going to have a look at that, make sure there's nothing metallic in there before I start turning, and then I will finish the split, and then have a serious think about what the hell I'm going to do with the rest of it. Right, what we've got here are two blanks, roughly the same. I've obviously done some turning since I last spoke to you. These here are blocks of pitch pine. Now the original idea was that that would be the base, like so, but now I've decided that I'm going to flip it round and make that the base. Still not quite sure what it's going to be, but I'll get some more turning done, some more shaping done, and then just see what develops really. That's a big problem, A, when you've got no idea what you're trying to do, and B, when you're just using up odd scraps of wood, because obviously you're limited within reason to the scraps of wood and what you can do with them. But we'll give it a try and go from there. Right, well, next job is to get the other one looking pretty much the same. And I think we've got to flip it round and hollow it out. Back to you in a bit. Right, it's time to start hollowing these things out. What I'm going to do is obviously cheat by drilling down as much as I can with varying sizes of drill bit, and then get them turned out. I'll put the steady rest up for security, mainly for when I'm turning it rather than drilling it, but right, let's see how we can get on. I'll just give that a quick measure in there, but now I've bored out to this radius, or, sorry, diameter. I can go back with the smaller drill bits and go deeper, because obviously the chuck now will fit inside the chuck will fit inside the orifice nurse. Right, I'm going to start turning the top of the vessel, or whatever it happens to end up as. Well, there's a lot more of that to do, so I'll get back to you and there's a bit more to see. Right, still under construction, still under the design phase as well at the moment. But I'm having difficulty hollowing out because of the sheer depth of it. It's when I put the tool in, it's right back there, and it's chattering a lot because the whole construction is made up of square staves, so on the inside is big corners. So to avoid serious injury or breaking things, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it in half, which will make it easier to hollow out that last section. This section is more or less done, and I shall just have to create another ring to join them together. But that's the only way I'm going to end up with any sort of, I say success, it's not going to be over successful, because it's I say it's all bits and pieces I've just picked up, cracking there, off the workshop floor and glued them all together really. Right, well I've joined it all back together with the ring in the middle. I'm now going to get the negative rake scraper and just do a bit of shear scraping. I can't go too much because we are exceptionally thin on this wall. But we'll see how it goes. I'll get back to you when there's something more interesting to see. Right, here it is so far. I've given it a quick coat of microcrystalline wax. Now that's the basic concept so far. I'm going to make a lid. So I've taken out a rebate in there for it. Right, well, I've turned a little knob on the lid, and if I'd have had the camera recording you'd have seen it, but I didn't, so you haven't. I'm going to give it a quick coat of, it's had 2 coats of sanding sealer, and I'm giving it a coat of microcrystalline wax. It's a chestnut product, reasonably good shine, and it's very hard wearing as well, which is good. Right, I've decided what it's going to be. I'm going to make a jug. So somewhere in here I've got to put a spout. So I've got the lid, there's a little knob. Now I'm going to work out where I'm going to put the spout. And obviously a jug will need a handle, so I'll sort that out as well. Right, I'm just making a spout. That's a bit of 25mm. I've turned something down to 25mm to fit the hole I've drilled in the jug. And now I'm just going to widen out a little bit. I've drilled a 12mm hole up there. But I want it a little bit wider at the bottom. Okay, and that's it roughly. What I'm going to do now is put it on, and I've got to mark it off to cut it and do all sorts of things, so I shall get back to you then. Right, I've fashioned a little spout there. Oh, it's not actually going to be used for anything. I suppose it could be if I set my mind to it and epoxied it, but that goes on there, the lid goes on there. You will notice these two holes, because obviously it needs a handle. I've dinked it as well there, never mind. So we've got a jug, a lid and a place for a handle, which I'm just about to glue on. That's pretty much it. All done by the shouting. Right, before I fit the handle, I'm going to turn away the tenon on the bottom there. Otherwise that'll be very awkward to do later on. Right, I'll just get that knocked off and get the handle stuck in and show you what it looks like. There you have it. That is a multi-segmented piece which is turned into a jug eventually after hours of thought. There's pitch pine in there, there's mahogany in there, there's maple in there, there's all sorts of bits and pieces. It is literally stuff that I've taken out of the offcuts pile, stuck them all together and ended up with that eventually. Took some deciding what I was going to do with it, but there it is. I'll just spin it around a little bit on the old Lazy Susan so you can have a quick look. But there you go, that's it. I'd like to apologise to everybody for not putting up videos as regularly as I used to. Unfortunately, life and work has got in the way recently, but hopefully I shall try and get a few more up a bit more regularly. But that's a case of waiting and seeing, I'm afraid. I've got a couple of other videos which are not related to turning which I'm going to put up. One was a breakaway, and one is something that I did specifically for myself, and when I get the videos done I'll put them up, and be nice to hear your comments. But anyway, that's it for now, folks. Thank you very much for watching right to the end, because it's going to be quite a long video if I remember rightly. And a big thank you to all of my subscribers, the old ones and the new ones coming on board. Much appreciated. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share to anybody you think might want to or want to see the video. And that's it for now. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.